Bella Fox, who have caused problems in games 1 and 2.
Absolutely. We'll bring Bella in a little bit more to talk about that. I'm sure she's giggling with glee. More to talk about that. I'm sure she's giggling with glee. We check out as these players fly in. Notice the new names on the map, so it's a little bit more easy to communicate with squad mates and say, hey, I'm going to the logistics agency, which is a new name. Don't really recognize that one from the Erangel map. A lot of the big major hubs, such as the military base, is now known as the security center, and we'll see some of those changes on the map as these games go on. But we take a peek at Chaco, and I almost don't want to say where he's going, for the sake of the stream hearing in 3 minutes, and maybe going to track him down. So yeah, Chaco's flying in. He's got a great spot.
Yeah, Chaco, you got a 3-minute delay to work with. Hit and move. Hit and move.
wynnsanity in the kill feed straight away with a vehicle kill and a punch finish. So you love to see it. Wynn on the board early. He's come to play in game number 4.
All right, Wynn, we just talked to the man. He is number 1 on the leaderboard for game number 4, at least for now. We talked about the Lazarus crew. Well, they're in trouble. It's going to be Coops on the other side of this wall, and G3 on the ground, hoping for some cover fire from his teammate. Another opponent on the other side of this map. Grenades being cooked. Here comes the push, and that is going to be the first knock on Coops and the finish. A devastating blow to the top team. That's exactly what everyone else in this lobby needed. If they can clean up Ur as well, everyone has a chance to catch back up.
Ur's like, hey, Train, now would be a great time to stop. I'd love to hop on because this would be a nice little escape, but unfortunately, he's going to be forced to fight. Interesting thing here, though, is he does have an M4 to fight with. Not a whole lot of meds, no big meds anyways. He's got 5 first aids, but the key thing here, no helmet. So no helmet to be had. Ur trying to get away. He's been flashed and stunned, and it looks like Joey, they're going to try to pick this guy apart. This is the top team on the leaderboard by a long shot right now, so they got to take him out early.
Joey and G3 were able to take down Beowulf in their qualifier. They were super excited when they got that pick. That was about middle of the game, leading up to their eventual victory. Here in this one, they've already taken out half of the top team, now looking to slowly pinch in on Ur, but neither wants to give up their life freely. Ur just showed you how devastating he can be in a 1v2 in that previous game, almost clutched up. He definitely could win this one here. They have their back towards him, and he's already going to drop G3 to about 70 health.
Good play there. Pushing and getting the finish. Acer in the kill feed as well, taking down Monica early. So, man, a lot of action early on in this one as we move our attention to the Gigafactory. This is where dreams are made. Tesla factory with the Model Y crafted inside. All you have to do to make it is flip 3 distinct switches inside of this building. It'll close the garage doors. The bay doors will come down, and a Model Y will be crafted to come out the other end of the Gigafactory. So really kind of interesting partnership, as Puckett mentioned a little bit earlier. Tokyo is not going to stick around to see that Model Y come out, though. He's going to grab that buggy and get out of there after his teammate Monica has been eliminated.
All right, Monica down. Tokyo was able to survive so long in map number 2. We'll see if he can have a similar performance and finish in the top 8 again. We go over to Coldy, though, and this has been one of the other scary squads. Coldy and Bolty, they lost a few team fights that could have gone 50-50. And I think if they come out on top of them here in Game 4, we will definitely see the leaderboard shift. But looking at these players, they work well together. They play pretty patiently, and they always have a nice team angle shot. The question I have is, are they going to find any competition early on? So far on the mini map, it looks like they are free to loot for the next 2-3 minutes here.
Interesting, developments over at the logistics agency. You got to love the new moving conveyor belts with like actual moving cover that you can kind of hide behind. It makes for a really dynamic fight. A lot of players that I know have really been enjoying this new game mode. You see a lot of these futuristic looking buildings here as we go over to Bolty. That's just kind of running through one of those new structures. Lots of loot to be had, and ultimately it's brought a nice little balance to the Erangel map, and hoping it sticks around.
Man, this is so much stuff on the ground. The question is, what kind of gear are we going to be leaving with? Sixless is going to be stocking up, playing alongside Shady. Remember, that's the duo we showed you in the last map. Here's the ghost duo of HH24 and Tensa, though. They fell to some crucial grenades in the last map. And here to start things off, well, you got some SMGs at range. You do have a vehicle to work with early, and they could be on the prowl, leaving behind the 2 players inside the factory.
Another interesting thing to point out is as they made the Model Y inside the Gigafactory, there's actually a new supply drop that is given to the players inside of the facility. So not only do you get a vehicle for free, but a whole bunch of really high-level loot that your team can loot up from. So it's a really, really advantageous thing to do, is to go to the Gigafactory, close the doors, and come out, pretty kitted out.
Powerbang knows this game inside and out. Shout out to the man and his channel. If you haven't already, check him out while you are getting better at PUBG Mobile. Right now, you're watching some of the best players on the planet, though, and these two represent Ghost Gaming, who has always been a threat no matter what the Battle Royale. Back over to Coley, playing alongside Bolty. Still just looting up. Everyone is just grabbing gear. We're going to keep bouncing around the mini-map, though, as we want to showcase everything that is happening on this level. And Power, for me, I wonder, who else is the team to watch now with our top crew, Kupolo, out of the action? Who is going to take control of this one and maybe put up a 20-plus point performance?
Well, the door is wide open for Team Yo. That's definitely going to be a possibility for them to move up. They were in second place with 30 points, and so I'm really hoping that they are able to get some momentum here with the top squad being wiped early on in this one. The door is wide open, so Purge and Spring, both very talented players. Spring's really got to come and try to put the hard carry on for the team and see if they can pick up some kills.
First zone is on the move right now, and inside of it now is the game changers. Bolty at the wheel, Coldy riding with them. And they are staying on the hunt. Meanwhile, back over here, it is Purge, part of this Yo duo that is always looking to impress. He and Spring finishing in the top 8 nearly every single game. Last game, not their best performance yet, but they had a very strong map too. Shots going at range as the truck tries to get away.
This truck is the Tesla semi-truck, and it is an automated vehicle. No one in it, so it's completely autopilot, as you would expect from Tesla, and it is taking supplies from one part of the map to the other. The cool thing about this truck is that it has a bunch of crates in the back, as Mr. Flip nades himself to death, so interesting stuff from him. But the semi-truck, though, has crates in the back with a bunch of gear. The more you shoot it, the more it drops for you. So if you just follow it, shoot it, you're going to find yourself kitted out pretty nicely.
So I shoot the crates, I get the gear. Unfortunately, you give away your positioning, and Mr. Flip, who dropped himself, is now going to find himself the victim. Even more shots coming in. First kills of the game going down as we are down to 55 players. 29 teams remain as 3 have been wiped.
Let me call this real quick, because wynnsanity called this moment. He said, I'm going after Bella Fox. And who is in the crosshairs but Bella Fox and Mr. Flip? He knows this is the fight for revenge. Fake Jacob spots her. Wynn's going to chase. Let's see if she can hold her own against the boys.
I believe Bella. Do it again. Not this time. They get the revenge as Wynn gets the kill. And he is going to give her a little dance as well.
That's right. He called the revenge. He got the revenge. You know he's got to be happy with that one. So wynnsanity getting revenge on Bella Fox. So they're now equal 1v1. And there's still one more game today for somebody to have a little bit of a rubber match there. So I'm excited to see that rivalry continue to develop.
We were showing you Boltsy and Cold so much earlier. Well, they have both been knocked out. They were on the rotation in the vehicle. Tensa and HH24. They surprise them. They wipe them. So another early exit for the Game Changers.
Omega falls to his death as well. I'm not sure really what happened, but there's a lot of awkward deaths going on right now in this game. We've got self-grenades, we've got falling deaths, and there's still 51 people alive.
All right, so tell me about this gun, because I never got a chance to pick it up in my own games, but it looks like the Frisbee from World War II.
This is the DP-28, and it is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. It's a light machine gun. It's commonly found. It runs 7.62 ammunition, and it pairs nicely, apparently, with the other light machine gun, the M249. So Fake Jacob rocking a lot of ammunition, a lot of heavy hardware there. So he's going to be not carrying a lot of supplies, but generally a lot of bullets there. But the DP, incredibly strong at range. A lot of players like to rock a 4-time scope with that and fire 2 to 3 bullet bursts. It can knock a player from 100 to 0 before they even realize they're getting shot.
Strong setup so far from Jacob and wynnsanity. We go over to Mahesh, who is on the move with air in the boat. Doesn't look like any competition in the seas, but this is just a rotation maneuver. As you can see, both players taking slight damage here in the early zones. What's the game plan here? Where are they trying to get to?
I believe they're going to the new fishing spot in the north. I have no idea. I don't know what the game plan is. They're heading off somewhere in the water. They're in the blue zone. I couldn't tell you what they're thinking, but hopefully they're going south to maybe secure some position down there. It's really anyone's guess at this point. But as we bring up the map here in just a little bit, we should be able to see kind of where this zone is skewing and where these teams are going to try to rotate to.
All right, I'm not going to lie. I was expecting like an oil rig that had all kinds of gear or something waiting for them. They're just on a strange mission. Meanwhile, well, we talked about Nova being a threat. Well, looks like Mr. Yu is in a very dangerous position, the very peak of the bridge, waiting to see if anyone is going to transition out of this old zone into the next. They are watching the north, and this is going to be devastating for anyone who walks into their trap.
This is parkour skills plus 100 respect for me. He is on the top of the bridge, and I'm just waiting for anybody to come across that bridge. We'll see what they try to do. Nova Skies, barefoot in the mountains. I recommend at least some sandals, man. It helps you traverse the terrain so much more efficiently. But this is the brand new tech center, formerly the school, but the tech center has a nice big building to loot from and a whole lot more structures on the outside that you can take cover behind.
And it looks like if you're looking at the minimap, not a ton of threats nearby. We're going to keep bouncing around and showing you the players on the move. This is your returning champions from map number 3, KYS SKS. In the buggy, right behind him is Fameboy.
Trying to get that new position, working their way around the circle in the blue. You see a lot of teams do that. But again, with this one, it's a little interesting because he does not have any boosts currently active. So he's got to go ahead and get himself healed up here momentarily. Get those boosts going, but he's just taking damage for the time being.
Maybe just a little last minute in the zone looting.
Zone south.
And this is going to force everyone across these bridges, and that's where the fun is going to be. Shots going down, and shots are landing. Rad, who picked up the Dune Buggy kill with the LMG from last game, now eliminated. Sky's also finding the teammate as Leon gets clipped.
Great shots there from Keon Yu. Takes down Rad from behind. It was a really, really nice spot here. Super sneaky. You don't see people up here very often, and as we did see that zone going south, I can now tell you with certainty that the boat play is to stall down there and come ashore a little bit later, letting the folks on land thin themselves out before they try to make landfall.
So Skies was waiting for the push up the ridge. She picks up the kill, and then we have got Keon Yu on top of the bridge, doing some massive damage. The team on 2 picks already, and you just have to think more players are going to be filtering in their direction. We keep an eye on Dab plays on the other side of the bridge, though, with Sebastian. Well, Sebastian is known for carrying some of the meds, keeping Dab plays healthy. Right now, the Uzi, not the ideal weapon when crossing a wide-open bridge.
Not ideal, to say the least. I'm wondering if he's going to pull out that AR, though, that's on the on his back. It looks like he might be equipped to get some shots down range here. Dab and Sebastian trying to lay the ultimate trap. I want to know what their vehicle situation looks like, as they are guarding that left bridge on the west and hoping that they can prevent anyone from coming across. The east bridge is guarded again by Nova, so both bridges kind of locked down.
And here's a look at Shady's positioning up top, trying to track down 2 players inside the vehicle. I believe that's Ghost getting by.
Took an awfully long time to fire those shots. I felt like if you would have let them rip while they were still on the bridge, they probably could have done work at least to the vehicle by the time he made it across. But ultimately, the bridge camp unsuccessful. Players able to make it across. Teams getting set up down south as this military island finish looks to be the move here towards the end of this game. Shady picking up some loot, and I did notice on the top of that radio communications tower up in the hill, there are some players up there, so some good visibility as we see the new hyper lines roll by. You never know when there's going to be a player in one of those, so you just got to keep your eyes peeled.
I want to give a shout out to everyone here on the front page tuning in for the first time. If you are just watching the first ever Chipotle Challenger Series tournament, welcome. We have been doing Warzone, Fortnite. Today, it's all about PUBG Mobile, and we've got one of the great ones on the mic with me. It's Puckett alongside Powerbang. who of course has been crushing the YouTube world. He's got a number of players from his talent agency in this competition, and we have seen some highlights from a few of your guys, including wynnsanity, who just gave us an excellent interview to kick off the day. wynnsanity and crew are still in it, but so are some juggernauts. You just saw Beowulf run past Merms, and Merms is just trying to survive, but Beowulf hunts him down and picks up another kill. 8 kills from Beowulf and Acer in game number 3, already 3 kills here in game 4.
Confidence there just being exuded from Beowulf. He gave 0 cares about approaching Destiny and Merm. Just pushed in, got the kills, and that was it. That's all she wrote. Back to the lobby with the ladies, and Beowulf and Acer live to fight another day. 24 teams left alive at this point, and they've got to start thinking about moving inland here as the southern portion of this island is constricting fairly quickly.
And if we have a mod with an entree code, can we please hook up the chat? I just saw some brand new copy pasta from OG Lil Meat Pete. I remember when I was a child, I was riding my bike and skinned my knee. I couldn't believe what I saw. I was bleeding guacamole. Ever since then, I knew I was meant to be a Chipotle fan. Keep spamming it, OG. I'll get you a burrito coming your way. For now, though, Joey working with G3, trying to earn some burritos for a year. They need to get in the top 5 if they're going to earn that. And so far, they are currently outside of our top 10, nearing about 15 of our 32 teams.
Blue Zone coming in, and look at this. We've got a Choco Taco sighting. We got Choco Taco enjoying his Chipotle burrito and trying to get his way into the zone as well. Move our attention over to Dreamin' here from Paranoid. Still has both of the teammates in. We got ZRX and Dreamin'. And they are taking on Choco and his partner, Hockles. They're going to break open the door, and that's just long enough to throw a grenade in there. We'll see if it connects with Hockles.
You got this. All right, Hawk. Only taking about 20 damage there. Dreamin', though, is the real threat of this duo. ZR always a player who will put you in danger, but has been dreaming on the flanks. Just like this, comes in, and Taco down again. Choco Taco getting abused by these pros.
There it is. Dreamin' picking up the kills, and just like that, Choco Taco and Hockles are eliminated. They do pick up 24 spot, though, in this particular game. Doing a little bit better game by game. Perhaps in game number 5, we'll see them come out with a chicken dinner. Who knows? It's like Nova Rin getting a pickup here on the kill feed, and looks like Nova Esports in good position right now. We've got Dab Plays on top of the bridge as well. We've got multiple bridge campers right now. Dab going to be chilling up there. We've got Kian Yu on the other bridge. We got some sort of bridge race going on.
Both teams were camping the bridges, making sure no one was coming across freely. Now they're about to run into each other. This Kian Yu has the much better positioning, in my opinion. Can rain down bullets from above. The question is Skies in position to help? Because it'll be a 2-on-1 fight as soon as he fires.
Dab Plays dropped down into the dump truck, took a little bit of damage. I don't know if they realize Kian Yu is right above them. So this is going to be an interesting one. I am honestly hoping that he rains down a grenade here into this dump truck. That's what I want to see, is a grenade. Just they think they're safe. They have no idea. And then just dead. Game over.
Yep.
Here it is. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Can we see this? Puck,
this is
real life.
Get rid of their wheels.
Oh, look at this. Incredible stuff from Kian Yu. What an incredible setup there. Dab Plays has to be frustrated with that one, but they are eliminated, and they never, ever even saw it coming. That was incredible.
And what a rough game that was for Dab Plays and Sebast. They were waiting there the entirety of this game. The first real opportunity, it's the opponent going up and over them. They never saw it coming, and they are done. Alucard was dropped down to about 10 HP here with Electra, but after smoking up, they're able to heal, getting back to full force. Are they just going to dip in the vehicle? That looks like the plan of action as their opponents go into the vehicle themselves.
To Wynn's point in our earlier interview, these aren't regular classic lobbies, right? You know, where you wait at the end of the bridge and a couple unsuspecting Dashias come like zooming by and you just shoot the people out of them and, you know, ha ha ha, another successful bridge camp. This is, you camp the bridge and a grenade falls out of the heavens and your game is over just like that.
You can see Shady on top of one building, Sixless on the other. Underneath them, the two HQA players, Kiwang and Lewis, have been dangerous. They've looked very clean at short to mid-range fights, and the grenades from Kiwang have been on point. Sixless, though, with the advantage, the smoke is down, and now that questions which exit is he going to try and get out of. Shady, watching his own back, doesn't have help.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an interesting fight. They have the high ground advantage, but they aren't in a position to help each other super well. It looks like Shady's being pushed right now, but he can jump, and Sixless is then in a high ground position to cover him. But across the street, you've got Beowulf looking on, trying to third-party the action. Shady fires off a couple shots, connects. He's going to push Beowulf back, but now we've got a real big mess in this building.
2 players on the second level, Sixless on the first floor, and he is about to get flanked. Here it comes from the top, Shady dropping, and he will pick up the first. Now, it's a 2 versus 1. Can Lewis survive? No, Lewis drops as well. Shady picks up both, and now the third party coming in, as it's going to be Beowulf from range, dropping Shady. The revive should be here in time, but they got to know the pressure will be on them.
They know when you get knocked by Beowulf. Sixless and Beowulf are former teammates, so they know each other well. And Beowulf will be looking to push the action if he feels he can get there in time. Looks like they're content to hang back for the time being just a little bit too far away. You can see HH24 taking down Spring in the kill feed, and that DP making a regular appearance, shall we say, in the kill feed. As you kind of alluded to earlier, DP is the weapon that a lot of players are favoring.
Yeah, if you're indoors, that thing is just going to tear through the opposition. Omega with eyes on Wancho, who helped finish top 3 a little bit earlier. A week sleepless. This is a finish opportunity, and there is a nice steal opportunity. Did it happen? I don't think so. I think I got cleaned up in time. Okay, so Omega did score it for sleepless, and Sixless gets dropped by Omega from up top as well.
Good stuff there with the kill steals. That was really, really nice. I do believe Sixless might have been knocked elsewhere, and they were able to get that finish from the duo. That was really nice work, heads-up play from that team up on the high ground. There's the new Riot Shield. You can see that out kind of extended there, and it looks like Mr. H tag using that to his advantage. They're going to have to move a little bit north here to get into that circle. They're right on the outskirts, and they have Team 16 down below. It looks like Elise is down there along with her teammate Echo.
I had some people in the chat asking, how do I win? Well, all you got to do is hang out with us, watch and win. We are giving out thousands of Chipotle entrees, including the delicious burrito. We've got some Astro A40 headsets and more. And on your screen, Omega is just loving life, uncontested at range. He is just popping shots into players who are taking damage from all angles.
Puckett, you've really done a number on the chat, my friend. There's all kinds of copy pasta going on right now, but I will address those that are talking about entrees and Chipotle. Yes, an entree could be a quesadilla. It could also be a burrito. I know this because I just redeemed a code for a free burrito myself earlier today. So pick an entree, enter your code, we get hooked up, so make sure you're paying attention to chat as the stream goes on. And we'll be continuing on with some drops here in just a little bit. We've got Shady, though, having quite the performance just a little bit south of the bridge here, fending off multiple teams, and he's still in it. Sixless is up to support him, so they're doing great so far.
Yeah, I thought Omega actually got the finish on Sixless. It looks like instead the revive went down. So both players back up to full force. We're currently looking at Ghost's HH24, and he spots 2 players on the bridge. Will there be an opportunity to lay down some fire without taking damage himself?
He's in a great spot right here because he's got these rocks for cover, and nobody can really approach, right? Look at the bridge, though, with all of the cars.
Oh,
and he gets gifted a crate? What? That's what kind of RNG is this?
Hey, listen, we wanted to see a shakeup in the leaderboard. We're helping a few players out here from PUBG Mobile. We got FDR Adam in the feed. You can see at range finds the headshot, and that's a big one on Fameboy, who just took home game number 3.
Yeah, I love to see the new Riot Shields in use, so you can see him here blocking shots from the side so he can comfortably, crouch and not have to worry about getting ear hold from his right side. Just got to worry about the left now. And the players in front of him. You can see those shadows and silhouettes off in the distance, as well as someone in the water down below the bridge. So definitely, some players trying to figure out how are we going to make it across. As you see the mini-map, the circle is nasty, not going to lie. This is an interesting zone, but as a viewer, I love it. I'm loving this chaos and curious to see what teams are going to do as this thing gets even smaller.
Oh man, the chat's getting weird. It went from scraped knees leading to guacamole to like carnitas dropping out. You guys are getting special. Meanwhile, Cross, he's in a bit of a special predicament. You just heard the car unload in front of you. You know there's the player over to your left. How do you get out of this one safely? Looking at the mini map, there's going to be a lot of congestion there on the bridge. 3 teams in action. HH24 trying to work with Tensa for some long-range third-party action on the far right. If you look at ZRX, though, they're behind the wheel and closing in on that crate.
This is an interesting one. If you look at the bridge there, the mini map, you've got Ghost and also Sixless able to really kind of throw some chaos into that crossing, because you've got teams that are trying to make it across. You've got Knights Alucard on the top side of that bridge trying to make his way down, and so many different third-party angles know that that's a choke point, and they're just keeping eyes on it to make it difficult on every team.
And I saw Thor and Spray were even moving in that direction. Meanwhile, Omega still from above is going to drop Elise again. Now, we've seen a number of knocks. The question is how many kills? Beowulf and Acer shortly on your screen. Back over to Shady in the smoke. And Mahesh is going to drop Solo down to the south of the map. Shady, though, one of these 4 squads all on the bridge, and they're all safely in the zone, so no one technically has to move, but they're going to force each other to.
Wow, Thor's coming up to peak as well. This is getting really interesting now. All of these teams don't have a lot of margin for error here as far as where they're standing. So they're going to try to keep it moving down the bridge. We got a lot of teams struggling in the blue zone. It looks like Mahesh here has a little bit of first aid, but he's really got to get to this car and try to get to the zone. One of the teams that has great placement right now, I've noticed, is Beowulf and Acer. Beowulf on the roof of that house, really patrolling the whole area, making sure people can't get in without taking a fight.
Here's the slow push. ZRX and, of course, Error were moving up from the far east side of the map. They were trying to push in. Meanwhile, it's going to be Fameboy working with KYS. Grenade coming in, forcing both players to back up. They were trying to engage in on Team 12, and that's Beowulf and Acer. Not the squad you want to take on this early with 12 teams still remaining.
Nades over the hillside is going to give Beowulf a little bit of PTSD, and just so happens to be KYS once again. We'll see if he gets lucky 2 games in a row and is able to connect with Beowulf. But for now, we'll have to wait as we see Sixless go down to his teammate Spray. Not his duo partner for this particular tournament, but Spray getting the better of Sixless. And here we've got Dreamin' coming over the ridge. Riot Shield out, using it for cover, trying to juke out his opponent here. And the pressure comes from his teammate. They get the finish, and Dreamin' will be moving on.
Okay, so I was expecting like a Call of Duty style Riot Shield where you carry it in front of you. Now, this thing is like full on 3 to 6 feet of cover. I like that deployment and the safe finish. Now Team 24, though, is moving across the bridge as we are finally seeing a little bit of release and the pressure now being let off. The top of the mountains, though, this is where it's getting sketchy, especially for Beowulf. He is dodging grenade after grenade, and another one clips his leg.
They've got to get to a place with more cover. This is just absolutely treacherous out here with all of these teams having to crash right now. There's still 8 teams alive, and it's just absolutely nothing but flat ground out there. So he's got to find his way to a tree, some sort of rock, something to get some cover. You can see HH24 with the DP at range here connects, doesn't quite get the finish. He's in a great position. He's got to be careful not to hang himself out too much because he can get popped. And it looks like there are 2 players trying to come ashore right at his location. We'll see if he's alerted to their presence before they sneak up behind him.
KYS once again trying to steal the kill on Cross, but he finds shots in his own back. And it's going to be HH24 who is the one doing the damage. Fameboy, last one up here for Team 18. Can he get them into the top 4? That's where you can get some big points here in placement. 8th place, 7th place, you're only getting 1-2 points.
Nice shots. HH24, I don't know if he's aware. There's another player there.
He's on 6
kills
kills already.
Keanu was firing at. I don't know if he noticed.
HH24, we showed him so early. He was one of the first players set up. Then he was gifted with his care package. His teammate Tensa has had his back the whole time. And the duo is now closing in on double-digit kills. They've got Fameboy stuck behind the tree looking to finish that one before moving up, and they'll take on Beowulf and Acer.
Beowulf and Acer have great cover. They're controlling a lot of the area. You can see a lot of these teams will have to run out into the open here to try to scramble for a tree. Acer and Beowulf both have moving vehicles that they can get behind for cover, which is really, really key at this point in the game. 5 teams left alive, but it looks like HH24 already rocking 6 kills, so doing real good work with that DP, but he's really got to watch his 6 because somebody was coming up right behind him out of the water. You can see him on the minimap right there in blue.
And I love watching this DP. You can just see the Frisbee launching out bullet after bullet. HH24 has been in a great position, and it's got to be so tough. If you're Beowulf, if you're Acer, you're in the middle of a field, right? They expect you to be near a vehicle or near a bush. You're going to have to lay on your belly. But if you're HH24, and of course his Ghost teammate Tensa, you can just bob and weave, pop up wherever you want on this ridge. So many different places to get cover.
All right, smoke wall's about to come out. You're going to see Beowulf and Acer try to get to zone. They are going to be in a bad way here momentarily as this blue zone collapses. So they are crawling towards it. If they feel they're not able to get in.
The little brush cutters as they're sending those across. You can see 5 teams remain. 1 player for Team 1, 1 player from Team 4. The duo Beowulf taking heavy fire. He gets out of the zone and into the bullets. It's going to be the steal from Fameboy as he tries to third party. Joey's still in the mix for Team 1. And, of course, Team 4 still has 1 player left in this fight. Down to our final 3.
Very quickly to the top 3 here, Beowulf and Tensa for an Acer. Unfortunately, the blue zone being their biggest enemy, they're at their back, chunking them down. They try to get into the zone, get clipped, and they will exit in 5th place. But now it's all about HH24 and his teammate Tensa as they have 11 total kills so far. And they're going to be trying to take just a few more as they exit this lobby with the dub. At least that's what they're intending. We'll see if that works out.
Yeah, here's a Molly in hand. Has no idea Electra's just at that tree down to his right.
The whole time Electra's been there. That was the same player in the water. Electra is ultimately going... Oh, now he's aware. He sees Electra. Nade came in. Molly's going to come out. Now we got to fight. So here we go. Electra versus Ghost HH24. And Electra goes down to the Molly.
Enjoy it. Just enjoy it. You know, you got top 3 after Alucard fell. You happy with the placement points. The question is, though... Is Ghost going to get 13? Or are we going to see Lazarus Joey popping off, stealing it? It is going to be the Ghost crew. HH24 with a pop-off game. And, of course, Tensa along for the ride. 5 kills of his own. That is going to be 13 for the duo to go with their 15 points at 28 performance. That's exactly what you needed to catch up, especially knowing that our front runners went out in the first minute of that game. It's getting weird, Power Bang. I feel like now it's anyone's game once again.
Absolutely. They went out super early, as we were just saying. It looks like Ghost, HH24, and Tensa putting up a monster game, getting also top spot there. So they're going to rocket up the leaderboard. We might have a challenge here in game number 5 for the ultimate prize of $30,000 free Chipotle for a year, 20,000 UC, and sprinkle in a few more prizes from our sponsors as well. Incredible tournament all the way around so far. Got 4 games in the books, and we still have a 5th one coming up. But I think we should be taking a look at what went down that last round.
Yeah, we're going to get these highlights rolling here in just a moment. First, though, I just want to give a shout-out to the positioners, whoever the IGLs were in this game for, because that seemed to be the difference maker in so many fights. Taking a look back at the early action, it was G3 and Joey going up against our top team. It was Joey finishing 2nd place, securing that 12-point finish for his team, but that's where the kills started being scored. A little bit later, we showed you Beowulf, and boy, does this guy continue to impress. You put him in a one-on-one, you got to think he's coming out on top.
100%. You got Choco Taco here in an unfortunate ending to his game, but hey, you got 24th spot overall. You love to see it. Nice work on that, Choco. And then in just a moment, we had Kian Yu on the bridge. Like, with the grenade. That had to be my ultimate favorite thing of the tournament thus far. And big shouts to them as they sneak up here on Dab Plays and put an end to them. And 7 kills for Kian Yu, 8 for the team in this one. So you asked about Nova. They are creeping up this leaderboard as well. They didn't get that top finish, but they did get 8 kills.
They got some big ones here. Kian Yu leading the charge. This was one of my favorite fights. 2 players on different buildings. They all 4 surround the same one, and from the top, Shady drops down and deals out the damage, picking up the first and then the second wipe. They get all kinds of gear and a quick revive after being dropped there by Beowulf. Later on, though, HH24 had the early rotation. Everyone ended up in his circle. They were waiting. All kinds of grenades seemed to be the difference maker, as Electra didn't even try and fight out of this one. They knew it was over before it began.
I wish Electra would have there, because that whole time I had horror music playing in my ears like dun dun dun. I go, when is Electra going to sneak up and take out HH24? Because he had no idea they were there the entire time.
Electra had the opportunity. Instead, though, it's HH24 Intensive versus Joey in the final fight. Smoke will only cover you so much after 2-4 scouts him, and they call it out. The team shot is there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 13 kills, 15-point placement bonus, a 28-point game, and that is all the unofficial Puckett math. We're going to get our admins to crunch the numbers and showcase you the top performers from game number 4, but I feel like we're seeing a shake-up here in the leaderboard, at least from games 3 and 4 versus games 1 and 2, and we still have another game to go. As you mentioned, the high score we have seen, is it this 28 performance that we just saw here, Powerbang?
Yeah, we actually had game number 2 today. We had Coops and his squad pick up 28 points as well. Also the chicken dinner with 13 kills. So that has been matched here in game number 4 by Ghost Gaming. So we'll have to see those cancel out. Who has been the best of the rest, right? I don't think they've caught all the way up. Again, unofficial Powerbang math here, but I think we've got ourselves a ball game.
Powerbang, I love it. Let's jump into the numbers here from game number 4. And of course, before we show you that, let's drop off some burritos. Chat, are you as pumped as I am? PLU423. Text it right now to 888222. You got a free burrito, a quesadilla. You want some tacos? Get whatever entree you need from our friends here at Chipotle. It's the Chipotle Challenger Series, and we have more drops to go, but a whole lot of happy people are now showing up in our chat.
Well, those are the important numbers, Puckett, the PLU423, so good luck to the chat out there. Let me put this broadcast on hold while I text that in, because I'm getting hungry again. But there are your standings for the last round. Ghost Gaming in first place, picking up 13 kills. Are you kidding me? 28 total points, so that's going to do a number for their position on the leaderboards. They absolutely needed that, and I could not express what a timely early exit it was for their top competition in Kupalo, going out first overall. So Ghost going to be in a really interesting position. Lazarus also one of the top favorites of the tournament, coming in second place.
Coronado is finishing with the 11 points in that one. Shout out to Electra staying alive, and of course Execute with another 11-point game. Nova joins them in the double digits as all of our top 5 continue to score. Taking a look at the individuals, though, it was all HH24 for me. We talked about that gun at the start. The DP doing the damage, 812 for him, 8 kills. Nova Keanu with 7, your top 2 fraggers in that one, and we still have more to go. Very impressive names. I'm getting familiar with these PUBG mobile players, and we hope you are too. Your team to beat from Game 4 was Ghost, but it's still anyone's game as we go into the final map, Powerbang.
Really excited as we've kind of covered what happened in game number 4. I'm like eager to get this break out of the way and come back from it so we can get those official leaderboard standing, because man, I feel like it's going to be a little closer than a lot of people might expect at this point. I feel like that 30K is still up for grabs, and we'll have to wait and see.
Anyone's game, a lot of money, 70K going out at the end of this broadcast, as well as some more headsets, burritos, and PUBG in-game items. Stay to the very end. For now, we're going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's the 5th and final drop of the night.
The new handcrafted quesadilla at Chipotle. It's a whole new way to adobo chicken, a whole new way to guac, and a whole new way to order. because it's only in the app or online. The new quesadilla. It's a whole new way to Chipotle.
excellent game number 4 action on Mission Ignition. Erangel, the new look, the fresh look, and I'm excited to bring in Bella Fox as we have a little bit of time with Bella. Bella, welcome, and tell us, how has the tournament gone so far for you?
PB, what's up, man? It has been an insane tournament. From playing in it, participating, and just seeing all of these pro players and all the content creators popping off, it's just been complete pandemonium, and I could not be having more fun.
It is. You kind of popped off last game, not going to lie. I saw your name in the kill feed a few times, doing some work. Tell me, are you feeling it? You getting warmed up? You going to have a stellar game number 5 here?
I'm working on it. I got, I think, 2 kills that first one, but then that last, it was so crazy because I ended up getting a squad wipe and taking Flip out all at the same time, that's pretty impressive, I must say. And then you can't
help but take out your partner sometimes.
I know. So, and then I've got wynnsanity to deal with now, so it's gonna be a crazy rest of the day for sure.
I was going to ask you about wynnsanity specifically. It seems like you two are developing a little bit of a rivalry today. You got him early on. I believe it was game number 3. You took wynnsanity down. We poked a little fun at him during his interview, and he said, and I quote, "I will be taking down Bella Fox this game." And sure enough, finds you at the Gigafactory and takes you down. Did you know that there was something brewing there? Were you aware of him trying to target you a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. I saw the call out. Trust me. But here's what we figured. Look, I'm already on a roll. I had a squad wipe under my belt. We went ahead and we just eliminated Flip from the situation to just even it out a little bit and make it better for him. We figured we just, handicap the situation.
Sorry, Flip. That's awfully cruel of Bella. Maybe keep him alive next time. You got a potential rubber match here in game number 5. While you tell him to bring it, when Chipotle is being told to bring it, what's your favorite order? What are you going with?
Oh, what's my favorite order? Oh, it would be this, my quesadilla that I've been munching on nonstop. I can't talk good enough about the quesadilla, guys. It's insane. So I've been eating it slowly throughout the whole day. So I've got a little bit left. Hands down, quesadilla.
Hey, you got just a couple more minutes before game number 5 is about to get underway. You better get back to that. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope to see you taking down wynnsanity here in game number 5 as we shift our attention to Sandhawk. Again, Bella, thanks for joining us. Let's go ahead and take a look at our official leaderboards for the action so far. And it has gotten tight, but not as tight as I expected.
Okay, so I'll be honest, I always thought Cupola was going to be in first place, right? We saw Coops, we saw what Euro was doing. We knew 50 points was going to be good despite not playing map number 4. But to see Ghost jump into that 3rd place, just 2 points behind Execute, that's pretty impressive. And they're dropping from 2nd into 4th. That caught me the most off guard. So I'm looking at Purge and Spring from the squad. I got to see what's happening with the Ghost crew. And of course, Execute. Are they going to keep pulling off these deep placements? They're not killers. They're only sitting on 10 kills. But they are going deep every single game, Powerbank.
They really are, and one of the things that I see here as well is you got Nova Esports lurking outside in 6th place. Keon Yu with that big performance last round, that special grenade that he dropped so eloquently for Dab Plays, has got his team sitting nicely in 6th place. And then you got Beowulf and his partner Acer, the Zone Algorithm, sitting in 5th place. So again, look at how tight it is between 10th and 2nd. I mean, really, 17 points is something that couple of these teams have done in one round, no problem. So we could see a lot of shifting. It's just going to take one team to have a nice breakout game here in game number 5.
Absolutely. You can see your top 10, all 12 points and above. Your top 5, only 27 points. In 6th place is already at 26. A huge shakeup could go down here as we get into the final map, as we remind everyone what is on the line. For everyone here in the chat, of course, we're going to be dropping burrito entrees and more for you guys. We've got some Astrowave 40 headsets, some PUBG in-game items. But for the players, we're talking serious money. $30,000 for 1st place, a year's supply of burritos. 5th place, you are still getting hooked up here with $4,000, and most importantly, a year's supply of burritos. Top 5 is where you need to be. It's not about making money, it's about not being hungry the rest of 2021, Powerbank.
That's right. You can use that money to buy even extra Chipotle, too, for your friends. So, hey, good stuff all the way around. It's going to come down to one kill, one way or the other. It's going to keep people from in the money or not.
No.
But, hey, we got a brand new drop coming right now. A headset drop. The Astro A40s are available for you to claim. In the chat, all you have to do is type !Chipotle in chat to enter. You'll be wearing some of these new Astro A40s, Chipotle'd out in red on your ears.
That's right. It's time to get rid of your old copy paste and spam !Chipotle right now. Get yourself the Astro A40s, one of the greatest headsets of all time. Astro supporting competitive gaming since the very beginning here in North America, dating all the way back to 2006 and 2008. Much love to the Astro gear, but much more love to all of our competitors. 32 teams, one final map. We're going to Sandhawk and talking to people like Dabs, talking to people like wynnsanity. A lot of our content creators are very familiar and big fans of this map. Powerbang, for anyone who is coming from a different title, what should we know before this final drop?
Welcome to the jungle. Sandhawk is a 6x6 kilometer map, which is a bunch smaller than the last map, Erangel, and it's significantly smaller than Miramar. So we're going to see action. That's what I expect to see as we move into Sandhawk with our 32 duos going head-to-head, trying to inch their way to the top of the leaderboards. And with things being so close, just one stray bullet could be the difference between thousands of dollars. So we'll have to see how that wraps up.
Here we go. It's time to jump in. Shout out to all of our invited teams. We got Dab Plays and Sabas, Destiny and Merms, Bella Fox play with Mr. X Flip, wynnsanity and Jacob Gaming, Metalcore Solara, Taco Taco with Hockles, and Monica Wang playing with Ghost Tokyo. But if you ask me who's coming out on top of this one, it's got to be one of our qualifier squads. They've already banked $30,000 leading up to the finale. Now you got a chance to lock in a $30,000 first place finish, and of course the year supply of burritos. Your front runners right now, it's going to be Kupolo, Coop, and XS Year dropping. Keep your eyes on the green team on that map.
Great points. I absolutely am favoring Kupolo to take home the bag here. We'll see if that actually turns out to be the case. A tremendously friendly plane path. Once again, we've had one central plane path after another all day long. It's no different here. As you see, Boot Camp is going to be under heavy assault early on in this one. Multiple teams centering on the Boot Camp. So we'll look at Sixless and his squad, as well as a few others that are dropping there. We've got ourselves Coops dropping into a compound here. Looks like at Painan.
All right, so Yura's going to separate to the building to the north. Coops is going to be looting up here. If you look at the minimap, just one squad nearby, and that is going to be Team 14, a team that is always in the mix of an early fight, especially against the big squads. It's Game Changers Bolty and Coldy, who we watched quite a bit in Map 4.
Absolutely. Watch them run around quite a bit. Still looking for them to get it going, and this is going to be an opportunity to do just that. Coops has already got him squarely in his sights, or lack thereof. He's using the iron sights of the AKM, looking across Painan, trying to connect, and he's going to shoot when the time is right.
Sixless on your screen has also been very fun to watch. Here's all of this, waiting to make the move. Two players directly underneath, and he might just wait to third party, like you said, 24K. Not afraid to engage. The question is, will they get out alive after picking this fight with Kantu?
Sixless is waiting on the top very patiently here, making sure not to make any sort of move or footstep. He's being silent and just waiting for somebody to run through that doorway. You can see Rage is about to do just that. He's right underneath him. The two players in front look like they might be in line of sight, but they are not. They're actually one floor below.
Okay.
So Sixless taking it very, very slow right now, waiting to see if somebody's going to hang themselves out.
Rage is just running all over the place, making so much noise, but no one's jumping on it. Three teams all in the same zone, and now the grenade is going to land. Team 5 needs to go for the revive. Trading to the fire, though, and now the cleanup opportunity. Sixless coming in for a cleanup kill. Will he get down there in time, or will all the bodies be removed?
Here comes the third party from across the street. It looks like his teammate, Shady, going to come to support the action. Sixless able to get a few shots off with the Uzi, but unable to get the finish. Does a little bit of damage, but that ammunition just isn't going to hit big like some of that 7.62.
Just Go Fanboy already gone, so it's up to Kantu here. sitting on 1 kill. Shady and Sixless staying out of the fight so far.
It's a really good job by Sixless, though, to stay, out of sight, out of audio range, and then just be there for the flush and try to clean up. So now they are firmly in control of boot camp. Haven't got any kills to their name just yet, but certainly with the third-party action, the other 2 teams are either eliminated or definitely on their heels.
You can see just 1 player from each of those remaining teams. Meanwhile, over here, Team 26 and Team 20, this is 2 guys winning. That's Spray and Thor, who you saw a little bit earlier, going up against our 2-man squad of Dab Plays and Sebas.
Thor has had a great tournament so far. Picked up a few kills on some big names so far, and we'll see if he's able to do that just right now. Once again, Dab Plays and Sebastian on the push. And it looks like Thor, I don't know where his teammate is, if he's been eliminated or if... nope, there he is in the background. He's got support from the rear there from Spray.
Yeah, I was going to say Thor and Spray always nearby.
Look at this trap he's got set up. Thor has been luring them the entire way, and as soon as he goes back a bit further, there's a chance that Sebastian and Dab Plays could run right into the crossers. You can see him making all kinds of noise to lure them out.
Yeah, and you can see Sebastian doesn't have any heals. So the man is coming in here wounded. A lot of pressure on Dab to make quick work of Thor if they're going to win this team fight.
It's a great little showdown right now. Dab trying to get a little angle here, trying to get a peek. I still don't know if they're aware of Spray's presence or not. He's not being super quiet, but he might be far enough away to where it's not super obvious with the footsteps of, his teammate Thor right in front of him. All right. Spray's definitely calling it out. Thor knows exactly where Dab is. They're trying to find the other player here. Sebastian's been pretty quiet. Now they're going for the flank. You can hear the shots in the distance at boot camp. Sixless picking up a kill. And it looks like they are going to be the Wash Kings taking Kings of boot camp.
Yeah, that was Sinrad and Lazarus Leon now eliminated as Sixless picks up that kill. Team 8 gone.
And there's Coops, man of the hour.
We'll get back to the stalemate probably 2 seconds after the fight goes down, because these players tend to time things up like that for us so far. Coops, though, I feel like if you just stayed on board with this guy, he's going to show you some excitement. Multi-kills from him on your previous maps. Only 1 bad map out of 4 drops, and they're in the driver's seat, up nearly 20 points here on the final game. On your screen, though, it's still Dab Plays and Sebastian. They were looking to hunt down Thor after they find Spray in the mix. They have been taking their time and back out. FDR just removed as well as Dreamin' lights up the kill feed.
Destiny also goes down. She's been taken out. Merm's taken down as well, so that's another team eliminated. Sandhawk, the teams are flying off the board quickly here. It's like Vamp is solo stuck behind the tree out there. Coops gets popped, and he's going to have to heal before he... oh, wow. From the other side there, Coops in trouble.
3-1-2.
I don't think he has a teammate anywhere nearby.
Yeah, solo and 3-1-2 with an excellent pinch there on Coops, who was on that solo mission. He made so much noise being in the car. They surround him, and after Solo gets the first peek, there's the finish. Now the fight we were waiting for. Sebastian and Dab Plays getting engaged. Thor up close and personal, and Sebastian is about 1 bullet from death.
How is he still alive? That's the question that I have. I don't honestly know.
Dab
I'm
got
pretty
one.
sure he's no longer.
It's a 1v1. Thor versus
Thor.
Dab Plays here, and that is the team fight. Thor is going to get Spray back on his feet. They're going to pick up both kills, and it was a long time coming, but they win that one, and Cantu on your screen continues to score as well. We are looking at Cantu on the leaderboard. I'm pretty sure they were in 6th place. We'll see how far he and Fanboy can climb here for Team 5.
Pretty impressive stuff there. He rolls in Cantu and Fanboy, taking down Sixless and Shady, who just had won boot camp, but not for long as the unnamed roll in, take it over really quickly from them. So nice work there. And I'm really curious to see if who was it? Coops had Xet Ur get over to help him out or not. I don't know if he made it to actually pick up the heal or not. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. It looks like he did. You can see it on the mini-map down on the east side there. He's got his teammate back up and in the fight. So lucky break early on in this one. And that might be the difference between staying in the money on the top and going out better.
Four shots going down. wynnsanity in trouble. He's on the ground, and he is gone. Echo cleaning it up as wynnsanity will meet his final grave of the night. Want to thank him for participating, especially that interview and the plays on Bella Fox. All kinds of highlights. In the meantime, though, we got highlights coming from Monica, possibly. Had Soul upstairs with Tokyo laying some cover fire grenades. She gets out as the explosions go off. Soul in trouble here.
Oh, wow, that DBS did some damage on Tokyo, but Monica able to pick it up on Soul. I want to give a quick shout-out to Tokyo there. That was impressive maneuvering with the grenade primed, pin-pulled, gets shot in the back, knocked down to about 10 HP, and just shimmies around the wall in the front. Still throws the grenade, so just impressive awareness all the way around.
Bayo from the treehouse. No finishes there. Going up against KYS and Fameboy. So champion on champion battle here. Bolty and Cody. Good.
I'm curious to see what happens with the points here because it's so close, and this map is such a small map. Are you going to see like Beowulf just saying, "Screw it, I'm going to go for the kills and just play super aggressive," or are they going to play for that placement and try to just persevere and stay out on top? Because it could be the difference between $2, $3, $5, $10,000 in prize money.
Running around the edge of the hill here, Zfon and Rin. Another squad who is in the mix. Remember, Nova had 2 teams in our top 10 trying to finish in the money here. Rin and Zfon, a little bit more of the passive duo when you compare the Nova squads.
That's what it seems like so far. Definitely Rin and Zfon have a great tournament so far, but they have slipped down. I believe it was either 8th or 9th place in the standings at this point, but they still are within striking distance as that top 10 still incredibly close together in points. Just takes a few kills and a top placement, and we are right back in it. One of the things that I saw earlier with Kupalo, man, you mentioned them having a rough game, and I think it was game number 3 where they went out super early. I think the first team eliminated. Isn't it amazing to see that they're still up by 20 points on the leaderboard overall, having a game where they went out first with 0 kills? That's crazy.
It's pretty ridiculous stuff. You'll love to see it. Zfon with eyes on Team 32 all the way across the map. That is going to be Tokyo and, of course, Monica, who we saw flush out Soul just a little bit earlier.
Looks like a lot of camping here. We can keep bouncing around to some of the other players. We've got Zfon chilling on the mountaintops. Along with Rin, there's not likely to be a whole ton of action up here. They're just kind of camped for the meantime, waiting for that zone to do its thing. But they've got great position with a lot of visibility off into the distance. Curious to see what's going on over in the boot camp area with a couple of those squads. Did you see the Cybertruck from Tesla also in the game? So that's interesting. And we screwed over to Coops, who's back in the fight with his McLaren, driving around scouting. He's
blows my mind.
By himself.
What was the Vamp crew doing? You got the top team member downed. You had 312 get the nice shot on there to get the pitch. How is he back in the game? You can't give him these opportunities if you want to stay in the mix as well. These guys will steal your kills when it gets down to the final circles.
Absolutely. You're coming from all the way across the map to pick him up and get there just in time. So impressive stuff that they were even able to get the revive off there. But now we take our attention over to Monica, able to get back in the fight after that DBS took one to the chest there. Tokyo gets her back up, and here we are. We've got another potential fight brewing here between Execute, which is one of the top teams. I believe they're sitting in 2nd place right now.
Tokyo has had some critical grenades. One could be crucial here if he's able to find the Dune Buggy. That's exactly where one of the players is hiding. We go over to Mr. X Flip. Talk with Bella Fox. They didn't have the best game for. Mr. X hitting himself with a little grenade early on, threw off their performance as wynnsanity punished Bella. Now, though, they don't have to worry about when he is gone for the tournament. Still a lot of camping here in the huts. If we have Monica and Ghost behind one, you see Fameboy splitting off to the left, and his teammate, of course, has already backed up to the coast.
Yeah, KYS and Fameboy in a really good position. They've been kind of quietly owning today. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but Fameboy, as I say that, eliminated quickly. Monica flushes, and it's now up to KYS to fend off this attack. I don't know if he'll be able to do it, but if his nades are any indication so far, it's going to put up a heck of a fight.
I was going to say, especially if you put a hill between him and his opponent, I got my money on KYS every single time. Here in this 1v2 gunfight, though, we'll see how he responds. The opponents go upstairs. Now Monica's got the news. He's in the back. He's on the first floor, and they are able to pinch him. Down goes Tokyo, though, and Monica has to keep him up because nearby, Fameboy is lurking.
That was an impressive play from Fameboy and his squad there. I mean, that was really, really interesting to see. They actually were pinched, and it looked like KYS had nowhere to go. Still able to pick up the knock, though.
So Tokyo is getting revived. We'll have to see what is happening with the rest of the squads over there. Meanwhile, you can see Coop's position, and he's got eyes on Team 21. That is going to be Omega and Mr. H-Tag. We just saw them on the Sea-Doo. Now they're making their way onto land. Unfortunately, they don't know. Coops has them right in his sights. There's some big shots on H-Tag. Is he going to see Omega to the right here?
Oh, wow. Just out of line of sight there. So close from Coops. I don't know if he thinks he's alone. So he never did see the partner who was swimming ashore right when he chose to break. That was a case of unfortunate timing there about 4 times in a row. Every time he chose to move or alter his scope, the other person peaked. So it was just not quite the best timing for him, but hey, he's going to make the most of it.
You can see Euro was up by himself on the hill, just camped safely with his McLaren. He was going to have to wait for the call. It seems Coops, though, doesn't want to charge in there blindly. He's going to take his time and go on the long flank. It's Acer and Beowulf on the move right now, currently sitting on 1 kill. This is a team we desperately want to see climb up the leaderboard, and they could do it with a lot of kills in this final game. Slow start. They started to heat up in Game 3, and another strong performance in Game 4.
This is going to be a heavyweight fight here. We've got Rin and Zefon versus Acer and Beowulf. All of them very, very tough competitors. With the DBS in Dreamin's hands here. And in close range, you just can't compete with the DBS. It's one shot and you're done. So that's a tough weapon to deal with in close quarters.
And those are the players that, of course, Coops was shooting at earlier. So Dreamin taking advantage of the positioning. He had the shotty inside. They push it. He punishes. And Dreamin on the board with at least 2 kills. Back over to Coops, and you're still with 1 kill to their name. Game Changers need some points if they want to climb up this leaderboard. They've been in the running. They've been going up against the Juggernauts, but they have not been able to score well today.
Nice shots from Bolty there. Getting a quick one down. Gets the knock, and now he's trying to get the finish here. Spray looking up from above. This is going to be an interesting flank. Trying to protect his teammate, but we got a third party potentially coming in from the side as well. You hear those shots firing off, but it looks like Bolty is on the push, tries to get the flank, and we'll see if he's able to do that. Coldy on the position as well, going down the hill. He's going to try for the revive.
Now he needs to get up right now.
What an
Do
incredible
they hear
revive.
Spray make the move? Coldy's still laying prone. He has no idea. He's expecting a push from the top.
That's good stuff there. I mean, timed perfectly. He was able to get that right at the last second before he expired. And that's going to keep both players in the fight.
2-on-1, Coldy could be in trouble here as Spray is looking for him.
They know he's nearby. He's putting on the pressure, and they're about to find him.
There we go. Game Changers down in 26th place, and it looks like they will stay there with Bolts and Coldy removed. Spray continues to score here. The team sitting on 3 kills with Spray and Thor.
Really good job being patient there from Spray. He held the angles, made sure he took down Bolty, and then Coldy couldn't quite get the flank in time, able to get the revive and ultimately eliminated. So really nice patience there from that team. It's like
this is
Juancho.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is
Got the
our
M16.
Team 13. Now, we've mentioned Juancho, we've mentioned Sleepless. We really didn't talk enough, though, about Team Passion Fruit. They sneak into this Game 5 with 10 eliminations, but overall, 26 points. They're tied with Nova Esports, who has been much flashier in this one. And you have to think, they are knocking on the door for top 5. If they are able to outscore Beowulf and Acer, they'll jump the zone algorithm. They can also still jump Team Yo, who is currently sitting on 30 points.
It's great points all the way around. Passion Fruit has been a little bit, undeservedly talked about. Not as much as some of the other teams today, but they are consistently, posting top finishes and they're right there, man. So I'm excited to see as they continue to march up the leaderboards. Can they stay in it? Can Juancho lead them to victory? Can he lead them to the promised land? We'll see.
If you're wondering where that Ghost team is, right now you're looking at HH24 Intensa. They had 13 kills, the big victory in Game 4, and that has jumped them all the way up into third place. Currently sitting on 35, trailing Execute by 2. Unfortunately for them, with 18 teams remaining and 32 players left in the lobby, they are still sitting on 0 kills. So they're going for the deep placement here, but you have to think every pick is important.
Look at this zone. Where's it going to go? Settled right on Ur and Coops. So they are in prime position, but do they have any cover out there? You can see they're right in the middle of the land with no rocks potentially. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but really interesting zone so far on the far northern side of Sanhok.
I was keeping my eyes on Echo and Elise to see what was going to happen in the minimap. Well, there's Elise on the ground, and the shots are being pounded in by Sleepless and Wancho. We mentioned that this squad from Passion Fruit, 28 points, make it 29 with that 1 kill they already have, trying to add 2 more, just spamming blindly through the first floor. But this one doesn't look like it's going to connect, and both opponents should be able to get away to safety.
Yeah, never know when you're going to get lucky getting that hit marker firing underneath the floorboard like that. You know they're standing behind there somewhere, but hard to see them at range like that. So you just kind of fire blindly, and if you get lucky, great. We got Monica here trying to attack this building with Tokyo. Great kill on the entry. Nice work from Monica there.
Look at this speed. They're up to 6 kills already. Monica and Tokyo, this is by far the best performance we've seen out of them yet.
They've had a sneaky good performance so far today. Monica's really done a nice job, and she's picked up all 6 kills from her team by herself. So 6 kills to Monica's name so far. Nice work on that, giving Tokyo the hard carry so far.
It looks like Error was just traded out by Kiwong, so the HQA squad still in the mix. Coops now showing up in the kill feed as our front runners keep scoring, and Error will finish off Lewis. Lots of action going back and forth. Not only did he show up in the kill feed,
he took Beowulf down. So, and Asa returned fire, though, taking Coops in return. So they've got a 1-for-1 trade going on between those two top teams.
And unfortunately, our team, Choco Taco, is now down without a Hockles. He just fell to the storm. Little zone damage there. Doesn't hurt anybody too bad. Choco Taco still in the mix. Beowulf, though, down to 10 HP, is in trouble. He's going to heal himself up to about 75, working alongside Acer, and they know they are the gatekeepers. They are in 5th place, and they hold the key to the Chipotle burritos for a year. All you got to do is hold on and get another strong finish.
That's quite the prize, I got to say. Goes Tokyo taken down by Morning from HQA. We got a little fight brewing now. Sleepless and Juancho on the push, and just like butter, cutting right through him. Sleepless getting the double kill there with the UMP. You love to see it there. Nice work from them.
And that's a critical kill as well. They're taking down the Lazarus squad that was in the running for the top 10. Joey and G3 now out of the action. This is Team Passion Fruit. They had 26 points at the start of the game, currently outscoring both the Zone Algorithm and Nova.
We've got a push coming on here pretty soon, I'm thinking, from Beowulf, peeking up over that edge. I'm wondering if they're going to try to deal with Coops now or later. I mean, I don't know. It's really interesting.
Nice angle here from Thor. Kantu answers back. Both players very weak.
Both of these players have had a great day so far. Oh, Kantu has to cancel the heal. Same with Thor. Both players are like, do we heal? Look at this. In tandem.
Could he spray that calf right now?
He cannot. Would be funny, though.
Spray is just waiting for the challenge at the door. This is 2 guns versus 1 if Kantu goes in. And he is being wise
Kantu's
not to challenge. Now he comes in and he takes down Thor with ease. Makes it 2 1v1s, and he wins them both.
Oh, that was trouble. Spray hiding behind the corner. Didn't even flinch there. It looks like he might have lost his partner there for a moment. Kantu, though, immediately clapped back on from across the way. Sleepless taking him down. Man, Passion Fruit really came to play here, and they're making a statement in game number 5.
Passion Fruit was on the edge at 7th place, now making their way into the top 5 if they're able to finish here strong. 10 teams remain. Top 8 are getting placement points, and if you finish in the top 4, we're looking at least 8 to 15 points.
Acer and Beowulf have moved down to the logs here, and they've got great cover now. Finally, they can't be shot underneath anything. They've got good hard cover, so they're in a great position here. You can see all the debris on that map is going to give a lot of teams, if they can make it here, a good spot to kind of land and post up.
Team Bella Fox, that was that red team trying to move from outside the bubble. It looked like Sleepless was able to get the knock, but the kill was stolen by Nova. Beowulf. Ghost on ghost action as we're going to see Beowulf dropped HH24 looking for a little support out of Tensa. Both players getting a new angle as they're pinching in on the last player at the top. It's Acer trying to keep his teammate up.
Nice work from Acer there to get the flush, or from Tensa rather, to get the flush. Acer, the only teammate left up. And looks like HH24 and Tensa able to move on through. It does look like they've cleared them out. Beowulf and Acer have been moved off. Only 6 teams alive, and one of those teams is still Coop, so it's looking real solid now for him for winning that 30K.
And I don't know if you saw it, but it was Yer who actually stole that last kill on Acer. He came in on the flank and got one bullet in just in time. This is him from Team 7, your front runners in the tournament. They enter the event with 54 points. Question is, how high can they score? Already sitting on 4 kills and going for the placements. Yer is going to get dropped, though, and Coops, is he in position to help?
Does get dropped. Coops is able to fend him off. He's got one guy knocked. He's going to try to take down Electra as Electra goes for the flank. Takes Electra down. Impressive stuff. Caught the back end of his car there just momentarily, so didn't get it as clean as he would have liked, but still protected the flank for the time being. Yur's going to be crawling over to him, getting that hard cover, so he will be able to get his teammate back up in the fight. So really nice stuff here from Coops.
No smokes available for Coops, so he's just going to have to do this raw. Meanwhile, HH24 has been inching his way up. Tensa alongside him. They have been prone, just crawling around this minimap. Keep your eyes in the top right corner. 5 teams remain, only 7 players left. Whole lot of action still to be had here in the final moments, but Ghost looking good.
This is great. Now only 4 teams left alive. Ghost still in it, and they're smelling those free burritos, man. I think they're definitely getting excited for that free Chipotle. Same with Passion Fruit, might be sniffing that top 5 now, as Juancho still in it. Still has his team squarely on his shoulders.
He went deep in game 2. Can he do it again? Yer is here. Back up to full health. Coop still with him, sitting on 5 kills. Looking to finish with 8. Are they going to give Juancho away for free? Is anyone going to move without the zone forcing them to?
I'm really interested to see here if Yer is able to pick up a kill on Juancho. I want to see if he has a grenade left with him. He knows he's there. That smoke's a dead giveaway. Will he lob one in? Let's see. 3 teams left alive. We've got Team 19, 13, and 7. And that's going to be Ghost, Cupolo, and Passion Fruit, all of them towards the top of that leaderboard. So these guys all have the potential to get that free Chipotle for a year and a lot of cash.
Yeah, Cupolo and Ghost are definitely going to be guaranteed it. They come in at number 1 and 3. Passion Fruit's the real question, though. This is the squad I'm cheering on. Let's see it, Juancho. Let these 2 duos fight it out. You finish in first place, buddy.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I didn't see how many kills Beowulf and his squad were able to pick up in the zone algorithm, but they were only leading Passion Fruit by 1 point coming into the same with Nova Esports, so 1 point separating all 3 of those squads. And it's really important here that Passion Fruit can either last just a little bit longer or pick up any single kill. And just like that, Juancho taking down Tensa, but can he get the flush? He's out in the blue zone. I don't know if he can get the heal off. No, he can't. And just like that, it is over. And look at this, another number 1 finish from Coops and Cupolo.
What a run, though, from Passion Fruit. We knew what we were going to expect from Cupolo. Sleepless and Juancho, 8 kills in the final game. Second place finish is good enough for a 12-point bonus. That is a 20-point game number 5. When you're on the edge, you need a performance like that, and without a doubt, I think Passion Fruit is moving up the ranks. The question is, how high after a fantastic game number 5? Powerbank, this has been a blast, man. I have been watching PUBG like crazy. I have been playing PUBG Mobile all last week and this week, but now I finally get a chance to see where I will never be skill-wise. These players are incredible, man.
100%. I still think the same thing. I've been playing it since day one, 3.5 years ago, and I still look at these guys and I'm just like in awe of what they can do with the controls, especially guys like Coops. Just incredible stuff all the way around today, and I'm really curious to see what happens in that 3rd through 6th slot, because there's a lot of teams vying for that free Chipotle.
Yes.
We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, as looking at the numbers here, if you're looking outside of your top 5, it was Nova, Passion Fruit, Paranoid, Envy Esports, the second Nova team, HQA Gaming, who we've said time and time again were in your top 10. Then it was Lazarus, Coronados, and Vamp, who saw some early action. All 3 of those teams were able to score, and they were all within 5 kills of each other. As we take a look back, though, this is how it started. wynnsanity gets pinched, and he is going to fall down. Elise and Echo were off to a hot start. A little bit later, it was Monica working with Tokyo, and this was a great pinch as they find the player in the back. The trades were going down, but Tokyo gets back on his feet, and it's the Ghost Squad walking away with the battle W right there. Other big plays came later, though. Power Bang, who else impressed you?
You know, honestly, just that last screen right there, Monica, I think I had to tip my cap to her. She had a tremendous tournament, piling up like 6 kills in the last game by herself. So really, really nice stuff. Beowulf had a strong showing towards the end of this one, him and Acer. I don't know if they did enough to secure that top 5. They're right on the cusp. Can't wait to see the leaderboard. And then ultimately, obviously, Coops having a tremendous day. So big shout outs to him as well.
And this is one of the plays of the day, in my opinion. You had the Passion Fruit guys going up against Lazarus. That was number 7 versus number 10. Passion Fruit comes out on top of it. 2 of their important kills that got them rolling. Cantu, though, with the best individual efforts. We don't know where Spray was looking, but he gets caught from the side as the 1v2 is clean. And then the final moments, we get into your last 3 teams. Wancho hiding off to the right. The Ghost Crew trying to climb up the hill. And of course, Coop, they didn't even need to move as they lock in 3 of our 5 maps with chicken dinners. A ridiculous day here for that duo representing Team 7, Power Bang.
Incredible stuff from them, and they had that near miss in one of the games with that second place. So big props to them. An impressive performance all day long, and you see there as they clench the chicken dinner in our chips and clips segment. So really impressive stuff all the way around. So exciting, the action today. And again, a lot of the teams that we expected to do well, they did. And I also saw some great performances from some of our content creators going up against each other. Big shout outs to Bella Fox doing some work on wynnsanity, and then conversely with wynnsanity getting that revenge kill on Bella Fox the next time around.
Well, chat, guess what time it is? It is time to reward you all for watching all 5 maps. We are dropping off the Bato Burrito. That is BAT039 to 888222. Drop it off right now on your cell phone for your chance to pick up a Chipotle entree. You want a taco? We got you. You want burritos? We got you. Quesadillas? No problem. Salad? Well, you're going to be missing out on carbs, but I bet you look good. Burrito Drop is active right now. Get them while they're hot. Power Bang, I can't believe it. Another 10,000 burritos given away here, part of the Chipotle Challenger Series, and we still have so much cash to give away. Let's take a look at how all of the action played out in Game 5 on Sandhawk.
Oh, wow, look at this. It is the game number 5 leaderboard. This is not total. This is only for game number 5, and the big story here is Passion Fruit picking up 20 points overall, padding their stats with 8 kills. And that is going to give them a 5-point margin over the Tokyo Ghouls, an 8-point margin over Ghost, and that should be enough to move them into not only the money, but the burritos.
Let's take a look here at the kills. It was Monica topping the leaderboard, one of the invitees with 873 damage. You talked about it during the chips and clips. She was on one. So was Cantu. You saw the 1 versus 2 clutch. That was good enough for our number 2 spot at 655 damage. Your top damage on the leaderboard. Once again, though, Monica, a 6K performance alongside Ghost Tokyo in the final game. When you're looking at the best team of the day, though, there has been no one better than Knights Coops. And, of course, X-Sets.
It's a good one. Good roll of the R there. We got Kupalo, though, with the first place finish, though, on that one. 5 kills overall and 1130 damage. You couldn't really ask for a better performance on the day for them, with the exception of maybe pushing earlier on in the day when the man was at 1 HP behind the hill. That was it. That's my only complaint.
All right, we're going to try and get our players to sweat a little bit as the admins triple check the numbers. We are dishing out $70,000 in cash prizes and Chipotle for a year when we return. Don't go anywhere. This is the Chipotle Challenger Series.
Ooh, my quesadilla's here.
Wait, Chipotle has quesadillas now?
It's actually only on the app.
Wow, look at all these options. They have steak,
Matt, I'm getting flanked.
chicken, guacamole.
Matt!